Okay, this isn't really like a typical 2-second improvement, but it's kind of a bunch of little systems improvements to this particular process all rolled into one. So this is where I have to log in to get an application for a Canada-Alberta job grant for some upcoming training. So first roadblock I ran into was that I didn't have a username or password stored in either Chrome or my password management tool, which is Bitwarden. It was stored in my Apple keychain. So the first improvement that I made was that I created an item for my digital ID, and I also put it in a place where select others might be able to access it who might also need to be doing the application. So then I got into the application, I went through it, I got a couple of roadblocks where I didn't quite have all of the information that I needed, so it actually took me 2 days to fill it out. But when I was finished, along the way, I learned some things, how to access certain employee information, but that was still all in my head. And so I made a couple further improvements. So one was that I added a new folder for Canada-Alberta job grant applications, both for Page and for Nationwide in our business documents. And then for this particular application, I made a folder and I made a copy of the training application, the Canada-Alberta job grant application in case anyone needs to reference it, as well as a copy of the quote from the service provider in case anyone needs to take a look at it. Then when I finished that, I realized that maybe it would be useful to have a bit of a how-to just to capture the steps of the process. So I also created an how-to with some pictures from the website, which show the information that you need to gather before you go in and start your application, what you need to have for the training course and for the trainees, and then instructions for how to log in, some pictures for how to get the process started, and then just a few steps to follow the process all the way through and make sure that we save it back in this folder at the end to make sure that we've got a full record. So rather than just doing the task of submitting the application, I stopped through the process and tried to make improvements to make it easier for myself and others to go through this process in the future.